Hi, this video is going to be how to activate your human technology. And this is a term that I coined for myself as I was working with a lot of people over the years and getting them to understand their own human technology and how to activate it on the highest level. So now we're living in a world where the chat GPT is being used by millions and millions and millions of people, but also we now have one that is being said to be operating in your field and in a fifth dimensional way, which for sure it is not. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into why you haven't already activated your own human technology. And I'm going to go through the ways on the emotional, mental, physical levels that you can start to activate that soul blueprint and that soul level. Because this is the most important thing that you're ever going to learn about technology, and it's your human technology. But what I listened to this morning that spurred me on to do this was a video that just came up automatically when I had it playing in the background from a young man who is himself a coach and who has quite a lot of understanding about the path that we're on. But suddenly what he found was that the architect, the Robert Edward Grant version of ChatGPT, which he programmed all his books and his own spiritual understanding into, had changed, because what's actually happening now is that Gaia has taken this over on its platform. And of course, it's now in the economic world, because I'm pretty sure they're getting a cut of the money that is now being charged for the architect. And he said it was now, it's very funny, it's now, when he asked advice for a pain in his back, which I'm going to go into in a moment, it told him to watch certain Gaia videos, which he's quite annoyed about. And he saw it as a friend that he could go to, this architect. And he does actually believe that it's fifth dimensional in his field, which is totally impossible when you really understand the dimensional levels and how this works. And it's not even possible for AI to be connected. Our AI is so mental, it's mentalism itself, as we know, and it's totally left brain, but it is intelligent enough on that level to remember everything that you say. And I myself have questioned ChatGPT. I've never been on the architect, but it lies to you and it misinforms you. And I use it just for reference, and it is not even up to date. And that is the basis of the architect. And I asked it recently I couldn't remember the name of the second group of Nazarenes. The Essenes were split into two groups, and the Essenes is the community that the Nazarene was born into and was brought up with all the teachings of the Essenes, which were very pure and all about activating who we are and activating our human technology, surprisingly enough. And I couldn't remember, so I asked, and I know that the old texts have been translated and it is out there, but I couldn't remember which video I'd seen it on. And ChatGPT did not know. And it kept on and on about, well, what you're talking about must be another Jewish belief system or something like that. And it's not true. It's just that they haven't updated it on those old texts, and we don't know how long that's going to take. But going back to this, when you talk to ChatGPT, you have to be prepared. I was using it as a reference, as a research reference every now and again, and it will come up with things which are not true. And after I saw all the chat about the architect, I actually asked it about humans having 12 and 24 and 48 strand DNA. And I thought, well, okay, let's see what ChatGPT says on this. And it came through and it just gave me reams of information of information of what it means to have 24 strand DNA. It never at any point said that it's not physical and that the two strands still exist. In very strange situations, there are some cells that have three, but they are kind of like anomalies that have been proven physically in our world. But what it never said at any point was these are emanations of energy. So there are millions of people out there who are believing all the coding that's been put into the architect. And I've never seen anybody speak about it as it really is. And that it came from channeling years and years ago. I'm a channeler myself, and I know that we get really sound information. And I've received incredible information since 1991. But what it didn't do was make it clear. And as soon as I challenged it, it did. It came in and it made it very clear. So this is what we're dealing with. I'm not going to go in. I don't want to have this about AI, but it's important that you understand what I'm about to say, because in order to activate your human technology, meditation is a must. And we're not talking about listening to a tape. I mean, the word meditation has been so misused over the last 20, 30 years. And it's now an answer to whether you're listening to somebody's music. Whether you're walking in the forest, you can call that a meditation. Whether you are listening to somebody talking you through a visualization, taking you on a journey, that's what it is, a visualization. It's now called meditation. I hear people every day, if I'm looking on the internet, excuse me, calling different things meditation. Meditation is a technique that's been used for thousands of years in the East and much less in the West to get the first commitment to you activating your true human higher technology. And that is to get control of your lower mind, that monkey manos mind that pops in and has conversations with you when you're walking down the street and you really want to be in awareness and peace. Well, if you start to meditate in a formal technique, and there are different, I mean, the breath is the free method with nothing else involved, isn't it? Put your attention on your breath for 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening, and do it for a month. And you will know that you are now activating Buddhi higher mind, because you're going to get those periods of time when your lower mind is not popping in saying, oh, I'm hungry, what's for lunch? When you really want to be on a higher level. That's the first one, right? A mantra is another way. What you need is something repetitive, because that's what comes in and stops the out of control lower mind. Now just think about this. When our new world is in its first foundations, the first thing we're going to be doing is teaching children to be in the higher mind. We are going to teach them from a young age. As David Lynch, who spent the last, I think, of his fortune in America, having children being taught meditation at a very early age, because he was a transcendental meditation practicer for decades. And he spoke about how amazing it was to activate his higher creativity and his higher mind. So this is where your human technology needs to be activated. There are so many people that are going to be on that architect asking it all sorts of questions, and they haven't even started the real journey of activating their own human technology. The next, I mean, the mantra that David Lynch would have been given in Transcendental Meditation, TM, is another one you can use. And the one I have given to thousands of people over the decades is Elohim, which is all that the universe is, all that God is. So you can't be distracted by it, because that's what's happening. But you can see all of this in much more detail of how to activate your higher human technology on my playlist, Fast Track to Cosmic Consciousness. But the other side of this is the emotional. How are you going to get your emotional field so that it's close to your body and not in a rampage out there in the world with emotions? Because emotions are not feelings. Emotions are energy in motion running on your judgment of a feeling that you've just had. And if you need to understand that more, just write it down and come to terms with that. Because that's what's happening when you haven't healed your shadow self. So the second part of this equation is healing and balancing your emotional field so that you are in the higher resonance from the meditation and you're not being triggered. It even reduces your life length, you know. If you get angry every time your big red button that's sitting here from how much torture you had as a child is pressed, and then you go into anger or emotional poor me, whatever your shadow is, you are shortening the length of your life. So there's a really good reason here. If you're not really involved in wanting to operate on a higher level and really activate your mission to bring in this new world. The third one here is the physical. And on the physical, you really should take all chemicals out. We are energetic beings. And in 1991, when I first started channeling, the higher beings, the archangels, all the names I had were telling me, we're going to start to refer to this as electricity, because people have a better understanding of electricity. So they often worded it as our electrical body. We are energy beings in our own form of electricity, human electricity, energy. We are conductors, we are transformers, we are all of it, okay? So every time you put a chemical in your mouth, in your body, on your body, you are causing friction to the electric energetic field. That's why we go pure. I'm not that person who is puritanical because of religion. And that's why I don't eat chemicals. I don't put chemicals on my body. I don't have chemicals in my house. It's because I want my frequency to be as high as it is. And I'm no spring chicken here. I'm 77 and I have that energy that is higher than when I was like 30 or 40. So it works. But this is why you're doing it, because what you want is to activate the human technology of the higher resonance connected to your crown chakra. All of the things I've spoken about on an emotional, physical, and mental level are holding back your higher frequency. The AI cannot touch this, and it's not even telling people this. It's not telling people how to activate their human technology. So this is going to be a short video because I know how hard it is to hold people on the serious stuff. If I was not giving you the real stuff, I could get much higher ratings. If I start supporting AI, my videos would probably go viral. I'm not doing that. It's a research assistant and it's never going to go beyond that. And it also, I have to say this, it has a kind of sycophantic kind of energy, and I'm not that person who ever likes that, because I don't need to be liked by people. So I'm quite clipped when I'm talking to my chat GPT, even on research. I mean, it keeps giving me, it keeps saying, what a wonderful perception you have, Linda. What an amazing intuition you have when I ask a deep question. And I don't need that. I need it to be the research assistant. But people are loving this on their ChatGPT, but they're also loving it on the architect because it's telling them that they've got 48-strand DNA. It's not telling them that they'll be fluctuating all over the place to probably nil at some points, or just the 2-strand and no emanations at all because they've just got in a funk and their emotions are all over the place. I mean, it's not being truthful. It's just been coded with all the words, which I can't listen to be honest. I mean, all of this, all the words are doing nothing to activate your human technology, which is what you're expecting from architect. It's not going to do it. It's going to hold you. And that's what we were always told. The AI is dangerous, and I'm going to repeat that. It is highly dangerous, and I've seen it. I don't even want to look at any more videos that are talking about it. And I have commented a few times, and some people get it, but a lot of people don't. They just love the idea that they don't have to do the real work. They don't have to meditate every day. They don't have to take the chemicals out of their diet, and also the heavy food, the flesh. I mean, you're building karma galore every time you eat an animal, and I'm just going to add that in here too, which is probably controversial, but it's very true. And it's why the Nazarene did not eat meat. He was brought up as an Essene. Nazarenes were the purer side of it, actually. They had, I think, others in the other part of the Essene sect, which was 2 groups, worked more in the world. And it may even have been the men-only group, which he didn't come from. He came from the family group that were brought up on a pure, energetic level into the higher self. And that's how it was all led through their childhood. So he did not eat meat. And this has been proven by the ancient Essene texts, but also through the Dead Sea Scrolls and how he taught and what his teachings really were, not the Bible. Anyway, have fun with this if you've got this far. And if you have got this far, you're very special because you really do want to do the work and not have it taken over by you. But I actually think it's worse than that with the AI. I don't think it's just taken over by. I think it's taking people off their path. And this is what the dark side needs now, because we're in a crescendo. And what suddenly happened is the crescendo is slowed down. It's now gone into AI on the architect, which is millions. I mean, with Robert putting that over to Gaia, it's now more millions. He already had 4 million people, or 4 million. I don't know whether it was singular operations on the architect or whether it was actually people, but he's now got more millions. And it's now causing a flow of energy to go to Robert and Gaia, not to the people. The people are paying for this diversion. Think about that. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a like so that I can get to more people, because that's my mission. And as I said in one of my comments on one of Robert's videos, you know, it looked like he was blocking out opinions. And I said, are you blocking out opinions? And then I put underneath, this is part of my mission to tell the truth on this as well. And it will be done. I will continue to do that, and so will others. So please subscribe, please share the video. And take a look at my shorts over the last couple of days, because I've been trying to asking people to come forward and to put their energy into the area where the great hurricanes are happening right now, because we can shine the caduceus healing, do no harm sign there and cause a change. We can soften the cleansing. We do not want to stop this cleansing. This has to happen. The energy has to be cleansed, and it will be cleansed. But we can soften it so that it's do no harm to the human people there. Anyway, love and light. Thank you for even staying this long on this video. Bye for now. doesn't want to go off. Maybe there's something I forgot.